Hi, folks. Brian Blessing, Todd Fuhrman. It's the Paddy Power Sports Network. They went to the Redhead, and trust me, it used to be red. The day before St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I'm glad. I only see one.
You're driving this show.
What's
You
wrong
can't.
with
You
this
can't be
picture?
drinking and driving. I'm the
You have
analyst,
beer.
and they can provide some
You-
reckless analysis as we give a few NBA winners to help celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. Let's talk about Phoenix at Toronto on Sunday. And the Raptors are 4-point favorites. Total on the game is 206. Phoenix was this great Cinderella story all year long. All of a sudden, they're on the outside looking in just to make the playoffs. They do get Eric Bledsoe back, stud guard, missed 33 games. But is there going to be a little transition period fitting him back in?
It takes a lot to try and integrate the pieces back together. And the one thing about Cinderella, it eventually strikes midnight. And that may have come for this Phoenix Suns team right now on the outside looking in on the Western Conference. The bottom line, Brian, we can go to their Achilles heel, and it's been their inability to play any semblance of defense the entire month.
They have held one team under 100 points since February 1st. That's not good. Yeah, in other words, I guess it's good for the bettors if you bet the over. Toronto, how about these guys? They've won 10 of 13. And I just wanted to ask you about Coach Dwayne Casey. Stop tempting me with the beer.
Don't covet my beer.
How about Coach Casey and what he's done with this Raptors team? And basically, these are the same team, but in the East, the Raptors could win their division.
Well, record-wise, they're the same team, but Toronto, fourth in the league in points per game allowed. And you look at their young cast. These guys have really come together playing as a cohesive unit. And like you said, Brian, Dwayne Casey has gotten them to buy into that style of basketball. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, and Terrence Ross, the face of the franchise. Oh, how far we've come from Terrence Ross, just winning a slam dunk contest, now leading the Raptors into the Eastern Conference playoffs, most likely as a 3 seed.
Well, we got a fun one for you at the Paddy Power Sports Network on Sunday. Houston is at Miami. Big boy basketball here. Miami a 3.5-point favorite. The total on the game is 210. Houston, a great push. They've been one of the best teams, maybe if not the best team in the NBA in the last month, although they've lost 2 in a row. They lost to Oklahoma City, and the offense was asleep against the Bulls.
Yeah, 111-87 in that loss in Chicago, not exactly indicative of the way the Rockets have played. Final game on the road trip, they lost the previous game to Oklahoma City. But the bottom line is they beat the Heat 106-103 back in early March. You have to imagine the Heat have had this game circled amid some of their struggles. They're not exactly clicking on all cylinders. Fortunately for them, it's not the playoffs yet. They've still got about 15 games to go.
Heat have lost 4 of 5. Rematch of a game that wasn't that long ago with Houston winning by 3 at home. But that little grain of salt, that was the game after LeBron James netted 61 points against Charlotte.
I think the big key for Houston here, you're going to get a bounce-back effort out of James Harden. Only 8 in that loss to the Bulls, and the bottom line is this team understands they're more or less locked into that 4 seed in the West, looking up at the Spurs in the Western Conference playoff picture. Problem being, Miami, I think, and I say this with a caveat on it, I really believe they're going to come with a lot more intensity here, looking to try and get revenge. For me, only one way to play it, and it's not taking the underdog, it's laying the points with the Heat.
All right, there's the pick from Todd Fuhrman.
Can I go back to drinking?
Paddy
Can I
Power
go back to
Sports-
drinking now?
You know what, folks? And all I'll say is, you know, as you watch this on the Paddy Power Sports Network, he's a rookie. I'm the Irish guy. He's celebrating the day before St. Patrick's Day. I'll be celebrating on St. Patrick's Day.